answer. I just thought. Yeah, no, because I asked her.
I think it's ready. So go to the.
So we can talk about it, but
It's the thing that you.
yeah, it's just right now. I think what we have is cotton, and the belly side of the guy is starting to pan out.
When you want something that's snack.
Somewhat snack food, but at the same time something really.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Jim, Steve, Ryan, Mika,
Good morning.
R, Ruthie, Stanner.
Good morning, good morning.
Okay. So we're going to be doing a flash sale this Friday. Later on in our meeting, I'll discuss what we did good and what we need to improve on the flash sale. But overall, I thought it was a success, but there's always room for improvement. Okay, like always, our core values, talk about our sales, individual reports. Let's go to workflow. We're continuing our 3-cap wow. Ruthie says we're doing fantastic. Okay, our core values: respect, treat customers with respect, listen actively, and provide personalized service no matter the order size. Excellence, continuously improve products, services, embrace innovation, and adapt to changing customer needs. Accountability, own mistakes, apologize quickly, and find solutions. Compassion, support and value team members, fostering empathy and a safe environment. Honesty, prioritize customer and coworker interests, maintain transparency, and uphold ethical conduct in all business interactions. REACH, reach, core values. Okay, why are we the best? Real simple. We answer our phones. We don't ask for a lot. Just pick up the phone and have a friendly voice on there. Teamwork, we work as a team, and most importantly, we deliver happiness to the customers and everybody. We're right on track, 3.1 million by the end of the year.
Unknown caller.
So our mission statement, like we all know, is we're here to deliver happiness and creating wow moments for every customer. We want Google reviews. We want every box opened up and when they say wow. So that's what we are here. So we wow customers, they'll bring in referrals. That's how we're going to build our business. Repeat customers. Vision, interim, while Taylor's on maternity leave, Nick and Kim will forge a solid partnership for continuously wowing customers. Nick will focus on mastering the art of delegation and entrusting Kim with key administrative tasks. And they're both doing a fantastic job. The last flash sale, Kim entered all the orders, coordinated with Ruthie, the artwork, and I think we ended up with about 20 of those flash sale cap orders, which will turn into future orders. You figured you did 20 wow cap orders, a 10 order, they each order 50 caps, that's 500 caps. Then you got a repeat customer every year. So then you got 500 caps for the next 4 or 5 years, every year. How it snowballs out. Okay, Steve will revolutionize a custom t-shirt experience by directly engaging with each customer, wowing them, harnessing his artistic expertise of many years to create designs that wow customers and inspire excitement with every order. Kicking butt.
Can I interrupt on that one?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to ask it, but you got Steve doing the wows, and then he's doing our regular customers. So what's the workload on that one, your time frame that you want them done? What's the time frame on getting the wows out, Eric?
Right now we are working on 4th of July tea, Jim. So we still have time. As long as we ship them out like the first week of June, we'll be okay. I think we're still on track of our time frame.
Because I just don't want to see us get overloaded on doing wows, and because we're getting regular like last week we had 5 new customers that you have to work with. That's all. I'm just questioning the workload.
Oh,
Eric can't hear us, huh?
Oh, I can hear you. I'm not here to answer the question. I don't process the wows. That would be like to address to Nika, Ruth, and Steve.
Okay. Maybe extend your timeline a few days.
That would be up to.
yeah,
if we're getting overloaded. I don't know. I don't know. Are we getting overloaded?
we okay, right? Still, how it's
Well, I had 41 inputted into the system for 4th of July 2 weeks ago. I ignored everybody yesterday and did 30 of them. So I was almost 2 weeks behind on them, trying to keep up. There's 11 of them I couldn't do because they're new embroidery accounts, and I don't have artwork for those. So I would either have to take the time to create those 11 new designs and do them. But I got 30 of the 41 done. But if the wows aren't working for me on the new embroidery customers because I don't have artwork for those. And when I get the artwork, I have to create it. So that's throwing in 11 new jobs. So I don't know how you guys want to work that, but I'm
Is
just doing
that
the
for
best I
the
can right
flash sale?
Yeah, I'm just doing the best I can right now. So,
Mm.
but I mean, I don't know. After having them input, it took me 2 weeks to get to them because of the daily work. So I don't know. And I feel bad yesterday because I just ignored people
No,
because
no,
I
maybe
had to get
kind of
those
like
files done.
we
I
kind
had
of
to
get
get them
caught up
out.
yesterday, so.
So I got all of them done that I could get done. But the embroidery ones here that I have a list of 11 I need to recreate their artwork. So I don't know if you guys want me to do that or not.
Mm,
That's it.
yeah.
What will you recommend, Steve, for workflow? We don't wanna, we want it to flow smooth, but it sounds like we're getting a bottleneck. What do you recommend to
Well,
ease the
yeah,
workflow?
I mean, I get one job. Well, right now I'm really busy. So the
Yeah.
last month, I get one job done, then I get 2 jobs to come in. I get those 2 done, then those 3 all get approved, and I've got to go into ShopWorks, create the art folders, create all that stuff. And then by the time I'm done with that, I get back to my work. There's 3 or 4 more jobs. Like I got 6 or 7 in my email this morning. And then on top of that, I've got customers calling me. I've got customers emailing me. And so obviously I put the wows off because I'm trying to get our daily customers done. So I just, there's a little pressure there, but people have to realize if it's not getting done, it's not because I'm not wanting to do it. I'm trying the
Hey,
best I
Steve,
can.
what I suggest is like Ruthie, she has a production schedule. She just doesn't like when people send you an email, starts working on the order, she has everything laid out. What if you develop a production schedule for your artwork? Okay, so my turnaround time this week is we're looking at a week and a half, 2 weeks. Because we've been so fortunate with you, Steve, is where you send you a piece of artwork and it's done in an hour. But we're getting backed up, and I think we need an art production schedule. That's what the big companies do is they don't deliver
Well,
artwork in an hour.
with the new customers, I like to get their artwork out that first day because I want to show them that we're on top of it. And,
Mhm.
so I at least like to get them their comp work and everything done right away. Um, and I don't have a problem doing that, and I don't have a problem keeping up with the schedule. It's 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 the wows that get thrown in um that I'm constantly I just feel I'm really I feel bad putting those off, and I hate putting things off. And every time I go to start on them, I get new custom work in, and our custom work's got to be our number one. So I always treat it as our number one. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't know.
I think all the
I don't
artwork I think the artwork needs to go into a production queue,
Mhm.
and then we deal with. Otherwise, it's never going to get done.
Mhm.
As
know. I
well,
get everything
I
done.
guarantee if
I
you give us a production schedule for your artwork, we'll just tell the customer this is what it is. Just like what Ruthie does.
Mhm.
Right now is we're just making up our own due dates.
Right.
Because you deliver so quickly, there's nothing stopping a sales rep or myself or anybody from telling you to do it like right now.
Mhm.
Because you know how is
well,
the slippery slope and the path of least resistance. So you do one in 1 hour, then we're gonna want 5 more done in an hour.
Mhm.
But
well, I do that. It's just what I'm saying, I guess, is I'm fine keeping up with the stuff that comes in daily
yeah,
and everything. But when I've got 41 wows in the system that I have to get out, and it's kind of a time crunch because of 4th of July, yeah, then that backs up everything. So
Okay.
maybe just have more time on the WoW stuff. I don't know. Maybe we start it sooner, like
It-
2 months sooner.
I think if you just give us a production schedule, because Ruthie has a form she fills out daily and saying, this is our turnaround time. This is the turnaround for DTG, embroidery caps. And we all adhere by it, but we don't know what a turnaround time is for you. Because in the past, we've had the luxury of the 1 to 2 hour turnaround. But now we're getting busy. Now we have to have a workflow where you don't get overwhelmed.
Well, okay, yeah, I'll think about that.
Mhm.
If you tell us, say, hey, I can't deliver until the following week, we'll just tell the customer.
Well, that's fine. And I normally, when I get a job in here, I talk to the sales rep or Ruth and let them know kind of what, you know, um, yeah, I could probably do this now, or I might have to wait till tomorrow or after lunch or something. But yeah, I usually do that. So I think it's just these WoW things. I think we just need to start them a month or two earlier, so I can kind of drop them in between and not have to, you know, just ignore everybody for a day and just do them. So I
Well,
don't
what
know.
we're up against, Steve, is remember how we were doing wells in the factory with Ruthie with no rhyme or reason, where they would just show up, and then remember how all the wells got kicked to the side because we had no production schedule.
Mhm.
Right.
So this is what's happening here is it's like Ruthie working on embroidery orders. Of course, she's gonna work on an embroidery order with it's an actual order first, and then everything gets kicked to the side. I mean, it's not because of
Well,
Ruthie; it's just the way it is. But
yeah, I'm not.
look at how we've made a schedule with the WoW hats. We haven't missed a shipment in what 15 weeks. So it's all about the workflow, and I can see all the bottlenecks that you're getting. Everything just like you're getting vomited on with a bunch of orders, and you're trying to sort through them. It's cut like triage. It's like when you go to the hospital, you talk to the lady at the nurse up front. You got a triage. The most
Well, it's not
important
like
person.
I'm ignoring them or trying to put them off.
No,
I'm just trust me, the more that build up behind the scenes, the more frustrated and pissed off I get about it because I'm trying to get to them. So it's
I
not
I
I
100%.
they're as important to me as a regular job, let's put it that way. I'm fully aware of what's going on. I'm just trying to get to it. And sometimes in the last month, it's really picked up, and so I'm I'm not complaining. We're good. Everything's good. We're good.
But
We're good.
I can work on the workflow, Steve. Uh, for example, as like on the art form, I can say you won't accept any orders, the due dates on a certain time. There's a lot of things that we can do, Steve, and you just got to tell us of when you're going to deliver, and we can tell the customer. But if you don't tell us, we'll tell them in 1 hour.
Mhm.
What do you want me to do about these 11 job or 13 jobs that they're they were WoW orders for 4th of July, but they're embroidery files. So I would have to recreate the artwork to make them for DTG. Do you still want me to keep those in the system and get those done?
Yeah, we have to get them all done.
Okay, so
Yeah, but
that's
let's
11,
talk.
that's 13 more jobs that are just added to my daily stuff again.
But we
And
can
we're
always.
under time crunch for the 4th of July. They got to be done by next week. So I have to put these ahead of everything to get them done then, right?
I mean,
So can we just do like, instead of adding their logo in it, just do a plain 4th of July logo?
and we got to get their logo in there.
Their logo?
Yeah,
Cause I know they're all
that's-
brand new. Yeah, they're all brand new logos.
Why don't you just send it over to Q Digitize and they'll redry?
I'll
Oh,
just, I don't know. Ruth, I'll just send you the list that I have
okay.
and
You
see
want
what
me,
we
I can send it to Q Digitizing for a JPEG and then have them send it to you and you can just copy and paste. Would that be easier, Steve?
I don't know. You get a PDF from them, don't you, of the design?
Yeah,
with your, if you could just send me the PDFs, at least that gives me a good start.
okay.
I'll
Okay,
just send you the list that I have and I'll see what I can do with it.
yep, send it to me and I'll help you out and see what I can do to get you better, your art and stuff to make it easier for you.
That's fine.
But going forward, Steve, is we're gonna come up with a production schedule for artwork.
Mhm.
If you go into Shopworks, there's production schedules in there too. So art departments run on production schedules. That's just the way it is.
Mhm.
Well, it hasn't for 7 years.
Because
Yeah.
you're so nice. That's so,
It's
Yeah, you
so
never
so
I'm not trying to
glad.
be mean now. I'm not trying to be mean now. I'm just saying we just came up with this thing about 4th of July and
Yeah,
we're under a crunch. So there's a real time issue here with this WOW package.
right.
Normally our WOW packages aren't like time sensitive, but this one is because it's 4th of
Yeah.
July. So I'm just trying to get through this next week.
So, okay, let's treat it like production. So if we have rush orders, Ruthie always asks the sales rep, hey, what orders can we push back? We can do that. We just run it like Ruthie does the production.
Ask
Okay.
if they have a rush order, what next design they can push back into a later date.
Mhm.
Since you're working on the rush order.
Well, Nika and Kim are both really good about telling me what's up with the order when I get it. So I'm not worried about that.
So let me give you another analogy. Before we had Shopworks, say 1998, when I first started here, we had no really production system. So the way we did shipping and receiving is all the sales reps would show up in the receiving door when the big brown truck would show up, and they would dig through all the orders because we didn't use purchase orders. It would be like Brian, the date, Nika, the date or the job number, and then we'd all dig through the boxes, and whoever could get the boxes quick enough and throw them at Moncone. That's how we did our production scheduling right there. So we're not at that point with Steve, but I can see his issues. And Moncone was so nice, she didn't say anything and she just did it. I mean, we got it done thanks to Moncone, but was it the right way? Oh, hell no. So let's go back. We'll get a nice production schedule for art. And I think it would take care of everything. But right now is we kind of have to work through the vomit right now. It's just the shotgunning on the wall crap. It's not crap, but we just kind of have to work through it. So, but I got that on my.
Well, like I say, I think this is only coming up because this is time sensitive because of the 4th. So
Yep.
that's all.
And if you didn't say anything, we just continually do it and we think everything's fine.
Then maybe I shouldn't have said anything because probably won't happen again. So
No, because then
No.
you'll be frustrated. And I don't want you frustrated. So anyway, I think we got a good idea, production schedule. So thank you, Steve. Okay, like we always talk, merit-based performance, objective and subjective review. A subjective review. The embroidery machine operator says they feel more confident in stitching puff embroidery. Objective review. The embroidery machine operator successfully completed 98% of embroidery jobs on time with a defect rate of less than 1%. Okay. Operational excellence, production logs and checklists. So I assume we're auditing the checklists because I'm going to be going around randomly and start pulling out the checklist. I know Bradley's supposed to be doing it, but I'm going to be going around too, just making sure as everybody's doing the checklist. So I don't want it to fall to the wayside. So we got to keep going. Okay, examples of checklists. If we do everything right, count the garments, embroidered properly, boom, 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 customer satisfaction, guaranteed. Okay, so I talked about a checklist last week for entering new customers into Shopworks. This will help Kim and a great refresher for everybody else that's entering a customer. So we're going to go over the sales tax setup. it's really critical when you set up a new customer is mark them as the correct sales tax. So there's 3 different classifications. Is 1, Washington state sales tax, 2, wholesale, and 3, out-of-state sales tax categories. Okay, the first one is Washington state sales tax. This tax is applied to customers within the state of Washington. So the rate for Milton is 10.1%. So it comprises of 6.5% for the state, and then Milton gets 3.6%. So all you need to know is it's 10.1% sales tax. And this is used for local customers in Washington state to comply with state and local tax regulations. So in ShopWorks, you'll see down at the bottom, when you set up a customer or on orders, the sales tax rate. So it's account 2200 Washington sales tax, and it's got to be on the right where you have that little green button, apply the sales tax and the shipping taxable. So that's the Washington state sales tax, and that's probably going to be 95% of our customers. All right, the second one is wholesale. This is for the wholesale customers who are generally exempt from sales tax, and they're buying the goods for resale. Used for customers who have provided a valid resale certificate or tax exemption document. So in order to classify them as wholesale sales, we have to get a Washington state reseller permit. That's actually printed out and filled out, and we have to keep it on file here. And they last for 4 years. Because if we get audited, the first thing is the state auditor is going to come in and say, where's your resale certificates? And we got to be able to produce them. So if the people are buying them for resale, ask them for their Washington state reseller certificate. Even if you know they're not reselling it, it covers our butt just having that resale certificate. A lot of people do buy things and say they're reselling to avoid the tax. It's wrong, but they can't come back on us. Okay, out-of-state sales tax. This tax option is for customers located outside of Washington state. Typically, these sales are exempt from Washington state and local sales tax. So note, out-of-state customers must have their orders shipped via a common carrier. Orders picked up in Washington state cannot be declared as out-of-state sales. So an out-of-state customer, a common carrier would be UPS, FedEx, USPS. They can't just drive down here and pick it up in the car and say, I'm driving it to Alaska. When the state auditor comes in, you have to show them the shipping documents. So for example, Bob with Crowley, we have to ship his goods to Naknek or wherever it may be. Because if the auditor comes in and says, okay, this is out of state sales tax, where's the shipping documents that proves that it's been shipped? So that's account 2202. So those are the 3 ones: Washington state sales tax, wholesale, and out-of-state sales tax. Okay, suggestions. This is an exciting one. Thanks to the valuable suggestions from Nika and Bradley and Taylor, we successfully revamped our website, resulting in a complete update of the Sanmar embroidery catalog. So I worked on this for, I don't know, 50, 80, 100 hours, but I think I finally got something that actually resembles our embroidery pricing. It has the surcharges properly, has the correct pricing breakdowns, additional logos. So what we have is a beta one going right now on our Hello Squatch. So if you just go to our Hello Squatch home, Sanmar embroidery. So basically it functions just like a Sanmar catalog. Because what I've written is an API that connects to Sanmar. It connects to a lot of databases. So it pulls real-time data out of Sanmar. So to begin with, you can search by categories. These are just pulling from Sanmar. Or you can go ahead and ship by, or sort by, obviously from style. So let's go ahead and let's just pull up some activewear. So it brings up a gallery, just like Sanmar. And what I've done here, it makes it right here. So it has a little suggested price. So it has the beginning price 2 to 5 at $121 and the lowest price at $83. So what this will be is once we get it live on our website, it'll give the customer an idea of like, okay, my budget is this much. I don't need a $121 jacket or $83 jacket. So simply, and then you come in here like anything else. Boom. Okay, so it loads it up. It has all the sizes properly laid out here in order. So what's cool here is I wrote a JavaScript right here. It can change the colors. And then right here includes a left chest embroidery. So look at how it has it so simple for price and embroidery. The sizes, obviously, extra small through extra large. So it has the pricing breaks by quantity right there. As you can see, you order more, you get. Then it has the pricing for the double XL. So you don't have to take out your calculator. It automatically does that. 121 plus $2 is 123. So that's all calculated out. I wrote the JavaScript on that. You can go down that. So that's all completed. Very, very simple. And then we got our additional logos here. Try to make it real simple. So if you want an additional logo for 8,000, 15, 20,000, so it's real simple. That's the price to add a shoulder, sleeve, back logo, right chest. So when you add a additional logo, this would be for the jacket with a left chest logo. And if they want to add additional logos, that's the price for additional logos. So as you notice right here is we have different pricing breaks. So the caps and the garments, they have different pricing breaks. So in the past is we had to like go to one sheet for the caps, and then we had to go one for the garments to get the pricing. But what I wrote is a script that will take care of that when you select a cap. It'll automatically bring up the right pricing for the cap. So for example, let's do some caps here. Let's do this OGO here. OGO, notice right there, we got the sizing and then different quantity breaks for the hats. And then there's the pricing. Cap logo right there. There's the logo on the back of the cap, a multicolored logo right there. And then if you just want text only, they're great for phone numbers, websites, and addresses. But it's going to make pricing stuff a no-brainer for the customer. So, and this is all completely customizable because everything's in a database that I wrote. So real simple. There it is. Pricing, all changes. And that's what's nice is since this is all customizable, I can then start writing script for an order form. We can start putting in our best sellers on here. So we could have a drop down that says best sellers. There's just so much you can do when you do stuff in a database in the back end. It's pretty damn crazy. You see, I got that all going right there. So I'll just show you what SAMR gives you just to give you an idea of how we go through all this stuff, just to show you. Well, here's an example right here. So this is all the SAMR product that they give you. It's like, say 130,000 lines right here. So they give you the style. It's just a big Excel sheet that you have to go through. And then you got to write queries to do like $2 and stuff like that. So I wrote a query on that. So then you got your category that we pull down. So any of these we can pull down on and put them on there for searches. So you can see a lot of the stuff you've seen on the SAMR. And these are the pictures. So that's the color squared image from SAMR. Product image. And these are just URLs. So they copy that and bring up a browser. See, that's all that is it brings up that. But anyway, that kind of gives you an idea of, there's all our different pricing, so what's going on in the back end. But what is nice is it's not like Inksoft where it's hard coded and you can't change anything. It's 100% customizable and proprietary. And then once we work out the glitches on this, we can put it onto our main Northwest site. So, and then I'll be going through is the DTG cleaning up this. I'll be writing code for this, make it a lot easier. Then I'll just keep on going down here, and it's going to be really, really simple for everybody. So that is what we have going. And thanks to your suggestions, that got me excited. Okay, so yes, we need your suggestions to improve it. Okay, all right, so Google reviews. Can you see my screen? Yes. So we got one Google review from Hector Aponte. Does anybody know who this is? Splendid service by this team. I needed a job done.
Hector Aponte is with the Milton Police Department.
Oh.
Yes, he came in and he went to he was promoted to detective and he came in. Yeah.
Okay, well, you get $10. So when you get your $10, it's the Monday before our payroll week. Send me a Slack to remind me of who gets the $10. That's the easiest. Otherwise, I lose track. So good. Let's keep the reviews coming. Okay, we're continuing with our WOW caps. And then this is our weekly WOW workflow. Keep it going. And we're already on week 16 without missing our 3 caps. So now it brings up to our flash sale. How did we do not last Friday, the Friday before? What were some positive things? What are some things that we can work on? So I guess let's start with the positive things. I'll start with Nika. What was was there anything positive on the flash sales?
Like during the process or?
I mean, I think we got 20 of them.
Yeah. Positive side, it's we get all the info straightforward. There's no dumb question from customer call. We have 1 or 2, which is we can handle, not a problem. But comparing to the last t-shirt last time is, yeah, so it's like pretty straightforward. So Kim can handle like almost 90% off of like everything. Yeah, I think it's good.
So that's a great improvement. So 90% that we can get Kim to help with versus the first one where we gave no restrictions and we didn't restrict them about how to contact us, what they could order. It was just a new event every time, I guess. So that's a positive. And then I guess Kim, were you able to successfully get these all in?
Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, that was my first flash sale. What I liked about it is that you gave it a specific timeline.
Okay.
As soon as that timeline ended, there was no more orders that came in.
Yep.
And everybody was actually very, pleasant about the whole thing. A couple people thought they could get in multiples of 3.
Okay.
Maybe put something on, and it wasn't very many people. Most people just ordered the 3. I would just say maybe put something on there is that this is only 3 caps. There's no multiples. But other than that, everybody was really good about it. It was simple to do, and I kept a spreadsheet for the different processes that we were going through and ordering the caps and getting them all done. And now I think there's like 3 or 4 people that haven't paid yet, but they're regular customers. So it's not a big deal. Other than that, everybody's paid and they're just waiting for their caps.
So was it okay using that payment link from Shopworks, Kim?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I just wish when they did pay, they would send you an email that said, hey, ABC paid.
Yeah. That,
I just kept going through the list to
mhm.
see who paid.
Same as a regular order, so I just kind of like keep an eye out before like Brad got the notification. So I just like let Brad know to keep an eye out for it and let me know so I can release the order. But now like Brad and I can like see it in the same time, so I'm just
Yeah.
like there's another to-do list on my list to kind of keep an eye out for the payment before we release the order.
So it sounds like the payment, you really need a payment notification. That
Yeah.
seems like an issue. So if you could get a payment notification via email,
Mm-hmm.
that would help you out immensely.
Yeah.
Okay. Because right now you have to manually go back. And see
Right.
what's
Check
paid.
it. As yeah.
Okay. I'll work on that. And then I guess go over to Bradley for purchasing. How was the purchasing? Pretty smooth?
I mean,
What we're gonna work on?
yeah, it was all right. I mean, Kim entered everything in, but till I get it to line up for Shop or Sandmar, I had to go back through and adjust it and whatnot. And then I had the epiphany after the first order that I was assuming you were using these caps as loss leaders because we were selling them for less than we
Yes.
were purchasing them before. So I just started ordering everything on the 44 account. So every time the orders would come in, I just tried to bulk order them together and then same old stuff, different day.
So on the keying in the line item is, if you could just show Kim what exactly you need on that. Or type
Gotcha.
something up, because
I could
otherwise,
try.
what's that?
Yeah, I mean, here I could. I mean, it's different depending on the line item, right? It's kind of a confusing system because there's different little. Here, I could pull up an order real quick for one of the flash sale things, but it's not nearly as easy as it seems to. It's kind of something you gotta like learn over time because it's like any accessory or cap, you have to underline and then use the specific size. And then it's like for certain t-shirts that are women's styles, instead of a 2X, you have to do a double XL. And then here, I'll share my screen real quick.
Now, we had everybody just to look at the API connection on every line item, it'll match up.
Yeah, so these were the orders that Kim put in. So like a lot of these didn't have the one size fit all, or if they did, they were in the small column. So anything with an annotation below it has to go into the last column. And then like I think the PC 600s, I'm assuming these orders were cloned because they all look the same, or they were and then it's like each of the PC 600s were labeled as navy, but SAMR doesn't recognize navy, or so I had to adjust it to navy blue using the vendor option down here, which I
So-
can't do. Oh, go ahead.
So the easiest is, for data entry is we just go to that, Sandbar and hit the API, make sure we have everything in the right spot, otherwise we won't accept it.
Yeah, so whenever you put a line item in, my suggestion would be is first you can use here, I could just add a single item on here. Is you can use the or the find option so that it auto imports everything. So you do like the PC 600. Because if not, it won't mark some of these things like allow purchase invoice item. Because I've had issues in the past where an item's put in manually and I don't purchase it because this was never checked. Or
It has to be it has to be, see those product classes right there, has to be a blank product. And that
Gotcha.
automatically changes it.
And then you could add the item in, and then for color, I would always suggest, if you have the chances, I would always just use this drop down because Sanmar has all these like weird abbreviations. And what this allows me to do is if you use these abbreviations right off the bat, I don't have to go back in and correct it when I go to purchase it because this will give you the accurate cost. But what this allows me to do is if I were to make a purchase order, I go in here right away. And the way that all our purchasing is done, I just fill in these blanks real quick. And then I go straight to send PO. And this lines up right away and it recognizes the lemon yellow already. I press submit PO and then next thing you know, Samar's shipping it to us. That's all it takes. But if anything's off, it'll send off this. Let me show you real quick what happens. So let's say you just type in, instead of lemon yellow, you just put yellow. And then I go in here. And typically what I have to do is I get in here and then it'll give me this message. I go, okay, something's wrong. I got to back out the order. I undo it. And then I have to go back in here and figure out. So if it's a long list of orders, I have to go through and figure out each individual piece where Samar isn't recognizing the color specifically. And I go through and I correct it all. So a lot of the orders that go through the system, I end up touching up and you'll see they have these weird little corrections to them because that's me doing all that.
So our goal is to get that down to 0. So every order that Bradley gets, he can just hit the purchase from Sanmar. And the key is you got to use that connection to Sanmar to verify the colors. Because if everything's not lined up, the right style number, the right color name spelled correctly, it's not going to go through. So like some colors are black for some items, and then some are jet black. So you can't just type things in there freely. You have to hit that Sanmar API to get it correctly. So Sanmar has a menu to order off of, and if you don't order off that menu, they're not going to deliver it. So
once you get in the groove of things, you become pretty familiar. So like anything port and company, like PC, whatever, it's almost always jet black. It's a Sanmar proprietary. It's their own. They made a specific black so they could copyright it or whatever. Anything Ogio's black top. And then everything else is kind of generic, it's just black. It's also the same. It's like there's these little rules. Once you get used to it, it becomes pretty secondhand, but it's just getting in the repetitions.
So Bradley, your rule is going forward is anything that's not entered properly in there, put the order on hold and tell the person to fix it. You're not there to fix it because
I mean, I understand that some of it's not that easy though. So like there's weird little rules and whatnot where it doesn't even make sense. I just don't want to hold up orders for, nitpicking.
the thing is, then if you don't spend an hour, 2 hours teaching a person, you're going to be doing this forever. So I'd rather you spend a week helping people out to get the line items in correctly, and then you never have to discuss it again, and it just flows. Because it's going to go back to like, okay, I don't even have to check anything. I can just type in black. I can type in my own color names because I know Bradley's going to fix it. That's not the right way. So Kim needs to learn. Jim needs to probably refresh. Everybody needs to refresh on this. And then everything just flows through perfectly in the workflow. So I know it's quick. It's quicker for you to fix it, Bradley, in your mind, just right then and there. But in the long run, it's going to be quicker for you to spend 2-3 hours an entire week working with a person. And then you never have to deal with it again. So that's my feeling on that one. So, okay, streamlining. Anything else that we can do on this? Ruthie, getting the artwork to you for the flash sales?
Yes, everything's already done. Yeah, me and Kim did really good. Worked together on it. I did everything, got it set up, sent her a mock-up. She sent it to customer for approval and payment.
And then go ahead.
One comment on that, we need to limitation on the logo location. Like, because some people, I don't know how to do this because like some they send the design in does not work for caps. And
Location and limitation.
like it's not a lot, but I see like 1 or 2 that Ruthie had to go back, like edit it and editing it, like changing stuff around. So
Yeah,
how can we kind of limit that?
Well, that's good that we're talking about it. Now we're gonna increase the rules because it just wastes so much time going back and forth. So It's gotta be the front location and then,
It has to be a simple artwork.
yeah, draw with a Sharpie.
Yeah.
And then
we're
I'm gonna probably have to put some examples of embroidery on there to give them an idea.
Mm-hmm. And the sizing that, because I always tell people like they only have 2.25 to work with for the caps, for the height. So we can't get like all this detail and sizing that they want.
Yes.
So
Less detailed logos is better logos for a cap.
mhm.
So our goal with the workflow is we should get everything that flows where you don't have to answer any questions. So we started off with the first one where we did anything and it was a million questions. And so now we're kind of tightening it down and we're going to continually tighten it down so everything flows in.
Mhm.
Because we're just
only
wasting
6
time answering
colors.
these questions.
Yeah, and I guess limit it to only certain 6 colors at a time, 6 colors.
See, these are all the things that I need to know. We can make it happen. Because I know, Ruthie, you'll do anything.
Yeah. The colors weren't that bad. You know, they didn't have a lot of.
Oh,
It was just artwork. Some of them were detailed, and I told her. She told the customer, "Oh, this is all we can do for a cap." I guess it was the Pierce Transit one, you know, because they wanted so much.
and logo placement, either center front or left panel. So maybe just like have the option for the customer to select. Cause
I did
so,
left panel.
so like, would you like, so center front or left panel?
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Left panel will be less detailed. A lot less detailed, yeah.
So I guess they can fill up all that information and then we can kind of like review it and let them know like, hey, this is not gonna work for left panel. That's
Yeah.
the option. You can go with the center front.
Yep.
Okay, good. These are great suggestions. It'll make things easier on this. Because Ruthie's so nice, just like Steve. I go like, he said, well, it's not bad. What does not bad mean?
No, they were good. Actually, they were all good designs. None of them. I just, you know, said, hey, talk to Kim. This is all I can do for this hat. This is how I have to do for this hat for a left panel. And
Okay.
it wasn't that bad. Just stuff that I know if we keep doing this, we'll run into problems.
Okay.
Everybody was very happy with their designs. The mushroom guy, he was over the moon.
Really?
That was actually a cool hat.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really nice hat.
Okay. All right. I feel my job's done when I can deliver Ruthie a complete order. And she doesn't have to fix it.
No,
It can be done.
to be done. Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. So should we do a flash sale this Friday or should we kind of back off and get the forms perfect?
Yeah, because we still haven't produced the ones that we just got.
So we'll hold off.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's quickly go through our individual reports. What time is it? Oh, so it's really past.
Well,
So
I
let's-
have a question on the flash sale. How many emails did you send out?
5,000.
5,000, okay.
Okay, let's go through. Nika, real quick.
Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen real quick. What's going on with me? Let's see. Why would they only do that to me? Click. All right, so this week I feel the wave it's coming in a couple weeks ago talked to a lot of people. This week starting kind of like enter some good orders. So close order this week will Interstate Max B, Port of Seattle, still waiting for the PO. Hearts Family Day. So it's gonna be, I have a few like picnic barbecue coming up. So hopefully will turn into orders like in the next few weeks. So Heart Family Day is good. Champagne Sunday, they just placed their regular order and a couple new design for the tour. That's all good order. Quote and project this week. So USOI finally kind of like nail down what we what she want to do, get some sizing for the employee. So that should be coming up next month too, because the event in the first week of July. So that should be coming up. After I was able to like talk her out of the Rainier logo thing. I give her some idea. She likes it. She will take it back and then kind of go over and let me know what they think. And then Nuko just sent me the list of what he want adding to his order. So work on that. I am start working on thank you card again. I'll show you after this what it look like. And thanks Brad for setting up the login for JDS drinkwares. So I will start like checking on their website to see what they have, get some ideas. Probably gonna order some sticker to kind of play around with it on with our logos to see how it turned out. And I kind of have some idea to kind of offer like anniversary box, you know, like a gift box, maybe along with thank you card for our customer. I don't know, because the minimum order is as low as 1 or 2 pieces, so it's pretty nice. But still working on that. So this is what I'm working with after. Just give her some idea because it's kind of Rainier color, but with the logo instead of the Rainier logo and the logo. Because yeah, so she likes that. She's thing on that, and this is my thank you card. Just thank you. I will give this to Kim to send it out like each week, like I did last year, like we did last year with Taylor. So like each week I will see what the order, what's invoice out this week, and then we'll let Kim mail it out from that mailbox power something, Eric, that we used last time. So
What if we change the deal to get the three caps? Just keep playing that using our WOW deal, that the flash sale that just say they get 3 caps for $25.
Okay, so you want to include that? I can change that. Not a problem.
I would just make the deal all the time is 3 caps for $25.
3 caps for $25.
Yeah.
And then I because I want people to purchase off the 253 website too. So maybe I don't know. Well, I'm still playing around with it. So
I think that offer that 3 caps for $25 for everybody that hasn't ordered hats. I mean, if you need to sweeten the deal, just do that.
Okay.
I mean, that could be the loss leader.
Yeah, I can play around with
Do you
it.
want to make that a permanent sale though, Eric, or are you going to diminish the value of the cap at that point?
Well, yeah, you're right. But I know there's companies out there. There's one called they sell the $9 polo. That's the introductory deal.
Yeah, I know there's give and take there though. It's a Carhartt cap you're talking about, and if there's no exclusiveness, you're offering it all the time. At what point are these companies going to be like, oh, isn't that cap supposed to cost us $8, not 25?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, or maybe you can add some more item to the 253gear.com and then they can use this code on there.
Okay.
Just that if you want to do that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I still play around with it. So
that's good thinking.
yeah, but this is what yeah, anyway. Yep, that's all. And then just between here and there, we'll checking on Taylor email. I know she still monitor it, but I kind of keep an eye out, see if there's anything important, and we'll just
Okay. So Nika, I know we've talked about focusing on delegation. So my question to you is, what's the biggest task you delegated to Kim so you could focus on revenue producing activities?
So for the last couple weeks, it's super helpful and relief. I was able to kind of catch up on whatever work I'm working on. I just sent her so I just enter my regular order, and then once I send the order approval to customer, I CC Kim on there, and then on the bottom I just highlighted, please respond to all to this. Let me show it. I don't know. That's my email. So it just little stuff. like that. Just for example, so when I send the customer order approval, just please reply all to this email if the order approves. So once they reply, order is approved. So Kim saw it, so she sent it to purchasing right away. So is that something that I don't have to worry about?
Order approval.
Yeah, order approval, like a little bit of editing. What else? Mock-up approval. She sent it off when Ruthie get the mock-up. Little stuff like that that kind of super helpful, and then I don't have to worry about it like on the back of my head. Like sometimes Ruthie send me the mock-up and then I'm like, and then Ruthie questioned me again, like, did this one approve? I'm like, oh crap, I didn't even send it to customer yet. So yeah,
Okay,
so
and
stuff
how's
like that.
answering the phone? Is that kind of taken off your plate?
Yes, that's super helpful too.
And that just kind of frees up your time and reduces kind of stress and lets you focus on your task at hand.
Yes.
Okay, well, good. And then my next question to you, Nika, is how can we help out Steve? Do you think we could stick to a production schedule on artwork?
Yes, I think that's a good idea. And then is there's anything like admin stuff that Steve need help with, like in data entry, stuff like that? Like dropping mock-up in the shop work, mark-ups produced. I know that's
Kim can help.
yeah.
I haven't.
But
I
that
haven't
stuff like that is a lot of time consuming. And Steve, do not need to worry about all that.
I have one ask,
Yeah.
if I can. I like to put the thumbnail in because I'm already in Photoshop, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I go through my email and I go through my Slack. I have all these jobs in there. I like to create a file for each one of those to start off with. So as soon as a file's done, I like to go in, do the artwork, and I've got somewhere to store it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get a lot of orders, and this is no blame or anything. It's just a real easy ask. I get a lot of orders with just the order ID number. They don't have a design number. If I get one with an order ID number, I have to go into each individual order, look that up, and then go to the design, add a design number, type it in, and then go back, and I've got to do the whole process over again for the 5 or 6 jobs that I have. Is there any way while you're in there giving it an order ID number, I could get a design number with it so I can just start on the artwork and throw it right into a file right away? That would really save me a lot of time. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You mean customer number, right? Create customer
Well,
in the
no, our order ID number, like the 127993, but it won't have a design number. So I've got to go find that, and then I've got to go in there and then go under design and type a design number in, like 380055. Is there any way I can get the design number up front?
Well,
So
Steve, what we'll
that would
do,
really-
Steve,
that would save me a lot of time.
Steve, what we'll do is, on an art form, we can make it a required field that you can't go past unless it's filled out. And second, just like Bradley, you got to you don't start the artwork until you get the design.
What? Yeah, I can't do
No,
that.
you should be able to do the design when you got the order sitting in front of you. Just go up to the design module or who's ever writing it and click that, and it'll give you a design number, and you just put the name of it in, and you're ready to go.
Well,
I understand how to do that. The
Yeah.
problem is when I've got 7 or 8 of them, that I'm trying to make files for, I've got to go into each one individually, fill it all out, back out of it, go back into the next one and do it. When you're already in there, I don't know, maybe it's too much to ask.
no,
No,
it's not. Steve, we're going to get confused. So the rule is the person sending the order has to create the design number. And if Steve doesn't have the design number, Steve's going to slack you back and say, make the design number.
That's what Ruthie do that to Steve. Don't feel bad. So just let us know. Ruthie said to, did you give the design number? Ruthie asked me all the time. Don't feel bad to just give the design number. So it's okay.
All the time.
Thank
I'll say,
you.
hey,
Yeah,
I need a
Ruthie
design
asks me
number
all
for
the
this
time.
logo. Yeah.
Because
Thank
once
you.
again, as soon as you do a design without a design number, ha, I got Steve this time. Let's do another one. Let's do another one.
So
Don't feel bad. I asked, hey, I need a design number for this design.
Yeah,
I
just,
sent it
yeah.
back to them.
It's like everything around here, like Bradley, don't, with if the line items don't line up, don't purchase it. Go back and explain to them until we get it all right.
Oh, that's a little different, man.
I,
Pressing
But
two
I
buttons to
promise
create a
I'm
design
getting
number is a
better
little different than learning an entire Sandmore library of special rules.
okay.
No,
well,
I
Still the same
I
line.
am getting better now, like selecting the color. Because I've kind of learned my lesson about that, Taylor.
I mean, if a sales rep can't figure that out, they shouldn't be working here. I mean, jeez.
It just gets tricky with like the annotations, like you got safety vest, you get toddler like clothes, you get accessories, you get it's not as intuitive as or easy as it seems with some of the items. So I get that there's give and take with some of it.
Well, I disagree because you're figuring it out, so everybody needs to figure it out.
It's only
Uh-huh.
2 click that extra to click, so it's okay. I will kind of like choke him too. So it's
A 30-second click that you don't want to do could take Bradley 5 minutes.
that's for my
Same with
my
Steve.
my mentality too. Like we talk about like, oh, it's easier for me to do it. So now I'm just like, as I still think about like when email came like, hey, please send this order to purchasing or please send this off. So I still think about like maybe it's easier for me to just send it off. But it's just like, okay, now I just need to keep telling like ask him to do it. So it just will get used to it. I don't know.
She's getting better at sending me things.
Yeah,
I
don't be
was
afraid.
like, maybe it just sent it to purchasing. Maybe it's easier for me to do it, but no, just like keep sending to Kim. So
We just got to keep on refining the workflow.
mhm.
Now we know give Steve a design number, no ifs, ands, or buts. Bradley, get the line item right. Like Ruthie doesn't put up with that. So anyway, let's keep moving on. Let's see. Mika, Brian, any quick things to say?
Not really. We picked up quite a bit, just getting ready for those WOW orders to come through, and yeah, getting stuff done on time. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Kim, you okay? Anything else? A lot of stuff was tossed at you. Okay.
No,
Steve?
it's all good.
Okay, Ruthie.
Good. Kim, I want to thank Kim. She's been so much help.
Hey.
So much.
Okay, and Tanner, I'm
you,
just gonna
Kim.
say hi to you because we got to keep moving along. And then Bradley, let's see how we're doing on our sales.
Do you need me to share my screen or you just want me to talk
No,
about
I
it?
like it when you. This is important.
All right. Give me a second then.
Bradley, we're gonna make your life easy. We're gonna get everything right.
I
Am I
don't
doing better now?
really issues right now but all right, our sales are up 20%. We're out about 1.1 million. Everything's up.
How's our
Swing
caps?
sets down a little bit.
60% with the caps. Look at that.
That was Anika had a large order we invoiced this week. I
Okay.
can't remember. It happened yesterday, the day before. It was like a 20,000 order, which boosted that.
Oh, the Holman.
Transfers are up. ETG is only slightly down. Embroidery still up a ton. Our Taylor's Nika sales both are about 500,000. We have our replacements have been kind of steady with the workflow increase, so something to keep in mind is to ensure quality is still happening even though we're picking up. This is the closest we've been to capping out for sample orders. This is mostly due to the flash cap sales and a couple of replacement orders though, so we still have plenty of marketing funds to use. Other than that, just same old stuff.
Okay. All right. So let's flip over. Jim, give us a positive comment?
Well, we got 5 new customers last week, which is really good. And we're averaging that about every week. We're getting 5 new customers. So your marketing is really starting to take off and do it. And now if you do all these wow orders, the business is going to start really cooking here in the summer. I was looking at some nice orders here. International belt, Nika. That's a $68,000 order. How'd you get that?
He,
I mean, that's a big order.
yeah, but he haven't, it's just an invoice that he pay us, but he haven't like have an actual order in for us yet. But we'll do it like during the year, like he will come back to
He's
use
already
that fund.
paid us then. But
Yeah.
wow, how'd you talk him into that? That's pretty good.
He loves us, Bruce. Yeah, yeah, he loves us.
I'm just looking at a few of these comments here that I got off the web. You know, what is it? Splendid service by this team. I needed a job done in one day, and without hesitation, I was helped. I don't know. Excellent people, products, and customer service. The quality of work is superb at Northwest Custom Apparel. Staff is fantastic. There's just, it goes on and on. Working with NWCA was like hitting the easy button. 10 days from our initial meeting to completed shirts, and we couldn't be more pleased. And every one of these was a 4-star really review. So,
I like that one of the easy button. I think we should just have a button here, the easy button.
okay, yeah.
Cool.
We just got a lot of these that where people like us. It's kind of neat. Extraordinary service for over a century. Okay, Holman Logistics, that's one that Nika put together, and that was just done with the patches were made, and we got them all made overseas and got the order out. That was a nice one she took care of, but it's kind of hard to get up here and rant and say you're doing everything wrong when everything's going right. I mean, everybody's starting to see the procedures, and it's going to take a while. You got to bend everybody's arms so that this is how you got to do it. This is the workflow, but it's going to come to that, and it's going to be really neat. But we're doing a good job.
Okay, well,
You could take a couple of days off then, boss.
Yeah, maybe I will. Okay, you're always up, Ruthie. You're upbeat.
You need to take some time off too for yourself. See?
Yeah. Okay.
okay. Anything else? We're good to go. We're gonna
Okay.
make Steve's life easier. That's my goal.
All right, sounds
Okay.
good.
We'll see you guys.